Good afternoon, YouTube. It is I, Danielle, better known as Danielle, Happy Medium, and welcome back to our channel. I hope everybody is well over here on YouTube. And in today's video tutorial, our topic up for discussion today, and off the back of a question I got last week in my group, I want to talk to you a little bit about personalities of guides. Do they have any personalities? And I'm going to tell you a couple of short stories that maybe will help you find my experience maybe beneficial to you. In this topic, I always love to talk about guides. It's one of my favourite topics, I've got to be honest. I love development, but I love guides as well. They're so multifaceted. There's so many different experiences in the spiritual world with regards to guides. And we always want to make that aware to everybody that each and every guide has their own individual style and personality. So in answer to the question, yes, guides do have a personality. And for me personally, and you've heard me talk about this gentleman quite a lot now here on the channel, this individual, Chief, he has an interesting personality. He's a very upbeat kind of fella. He's a very happy-go-lucky man. He's got quite a smart mouth, I've got to be honest with you on that one. He can be a little cheeky from time to time. And again, you've got to remember, he loves to talk as well. So what we have to bear in mind here is my mind has to be available for him to talk to me, because otherwise he can't just invade on me. So my mind has to be available to him. But over the years of working with this, over the years of working with this individual, I've come to understand him very, very well, as he's come to understand me very, very well. And through, learning and growing and evolving with him, I found him to be quite quirky and a little sort of straight to the point. And he can at times sort of pull little sort of weird and wonderful faces. And again, you've got to remember, a lot of this is filtered in through my mind and how my mind is perceiving this energy also. And the great thing I love about that is it makes them sort of more accessible. It makes them more easier for you to accept that individual may be there, and it's easier for you to accept that individual is working with you. So when somebody asks me, do they have personalities? Yes, they do. Well, from my perspective, yes. I'm just going to square myself a little bit round in this chair. That's better. So yes, from my perspective, yes, they do. Now, I also have another 3 in my team, and then I have another individual who sits somewhere else. And for all of them are very different. Now, remember, we're talking about an energy here. So as many of you know through doing development, every energy has an awareness. Every energy has a different feel to it. So in substance question to that, they all have a unique personality of their own. And some of the individuals in my team are very different. Some are very calm, some are very quiet, some are very there's one individual I work with who is he's a very stern person. He's a very, he just takes it all in, if that makes sense. He doesn't really say a great deal, just listens. And I talk, and he'll give 1 or 2 responses in respect of the fact that he's heard me, and then that's an end to it. And I get the impression he doesn't like me, but that's what I think. It's probably not that case at all, but that's just what I think as an individual. But it's not actually that, but it's just because his personality is very different to Chief's. And Chief's is very warm, it's very bright, it's very bubbly, where this one's a very sort of cool and very sort of, it doesn't say a great deal, do you know what I mean? So for me, they're very different in parameters. And I found over the years of working with multifaceted guides, and I have done for many years in my mediumship, I'm not a great believer in that you have the same set team from the day you were born. That's just my personal experience. I'm not saying that's true, right, and accurate, so it's an opinion there. But, because I believe that your mind is altering and changing over the years, so your guides are going to alter and change over that unless they've been fed in extensive knowledge, or they already had that knowledge when they arrived with you and had an understanding of where your mind was going to go. But in essence to the question, do they have personalities? Yeah, they do, and I'm going to tell you a couple of little stories. So one as recent as this week. So I've been busy this week, and that's probably why there hasn't been no uploads. I haven't been very well actually as well. So I've been very busy with other things in regards to business and mediumship, and I get busy. And I put some feelers out on some different things that I was looking at. And I've gone to Chief and I said to Chief, look, like, what's the crack here? Like, what's gonna happen? You know, I mean, it wasn't what was gonna happen. Like, what's the crack? You know, is there any more you can give me on this said topic? Is the best way I could put it to you. And his exact words to me back was, well, why do I need to tell you that for? And I went, what do you mean? He went, well, because you've already been somewhere and asked for the knowledge on the earth world, haven't you? And it was the way he said it to me, as if to say, like, I already know that information is available. You just haven't gotten it yet. And I went, how do you know that? And he just like sort of smirked at me, right? And I went, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to ask to see whether or not she's got the knowledge yet. And surely when I text and I said to her, I says, I hear you've got what I'm looking for. She come back to us, she went, how do you know that? I says, well, I've just been told. And she rung me and yeah, she did actually have the knowledge I was looking for. So that's the great sense of him, and the fact that it was just the way he said it to me. It was like, there was this like little sort of, not smugness behind it, but like, I don't need to tell you that because you're only going to get the information. So I don't need, my input isn't needed here type of thing. And that's the personality. Sometimes that comes through. Another one, now I have to give you this one as well. This one sort of, it could be a little bit of me involvement here. So I'll always say that. But I used to when I first started my mediumship, I used to get really upset. I mean, I still get upset from time to time, but nowhere near when I first started out, when I was trying to sort of get the parameters and you know, and like I was like struggling to get like a hold of the energy, and I've been through all the things that lots of my viewers talk to me about, and I've got to be honest with you on that. And it's really it can be really hard trying to find out where you want to be. And I remember I used to get myself really upset, and I used to go into Chief and that, and I used to like be crying, and his persona would sort of change a little. He would come in a lot calmer and a lot more peaceful, and I'm sure, right now, this is probably just my imagination, so probably I shouldn't probably say it, but I'm going to tell you for the purposes of the story. He used to like give me handkerchiefs, and he used to say it was, now come on, you know, it's all going to be all right, you know, come on now, you know, we'll get through this. And he used to be very calm and in that way, and I'm a great believer in, you know, some people might not agree with that, and I'm okay with this, I really am, you know, but I like to think that they have a sense of empathy about them, they have a sense of compassion with them, and I suppose it's part of what we do as a spiritual individual or a medium or an instrument. We have compassion for our fellow man and the people who sit in front of us, who take messages and things like that, and I think it's a beautiful experience to think that the guides have that compassion when the instrument isn't in a good place. Now, like I say, that could be a lot of filtration of my mind. So, but I thought for the purposes and essences of the particular video and the personalities that we talk about, I thought it'd be nice for you to sort of hear them stories. And I think it's an individual thing. I think it's up to you, you know, how you work with your guides, the way you work with them. I'll never forget Chief once said to me, you know, Danielle, and I love this thought, and I really want to put this out at the end of the video because I think it's a really nice touch. He used to say, it was when I do communications, all the loved ones up there get excited. And I was like, what do you mean they get excited? Like, I don't know what you mean by that. And he was like, you know, like they all start talking. And I was like, what do you mean, Chief, they all start talking? And he was like, well, they all start talking. So when they're all standing waiting to like use the medium's mind and stuff, they're all sitting like talking in like their little spaces and saying like, you know, yeah, I hope I get through. Like, I hope I can get to speak to my daughter and, you know, X, Y, and Z. And I think that's a really beautiful concept to think that, you know, them loved ones get excited to talk to us as we do to them. And I think the guides are exactly the same with their personalities. They're always willing to help. They're always willing to assist us where needed. And for me personally, I would love to think and hope that, you know, them personalities are there, and I do believe they are there from my own personal experience. It's not so much intelligence. This one's sort of a one for you and you as the instrument, but I hope through explaining and talking to you about this topic or particular said individual thing, it'll help you have a little bit more understanding, you know, of where you sit within them parameters. And maybe you may have set individuals who are like my team. I don't know. Let me know in the comments box. Give this video a thumbs up. Excuse me. And I will see you all on Friday. Have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye for now.